Hello, everyone, and welcome to this video. My name is Coach Mark, and I'm so happy you've come to this fantastic series and speedrun on one of my favorite openings for white, which is the Stonewall Attack. I will only be playing games from the white side, so you will see some differences and gaps in the rating level as we progress through the speedrun. I'm going to be playing 3-minute, 2-second increment games in this format because my goal is to show you guys lots of games and to teach you how to play this opening and what to do based on Black's response. So my emphasis will be on the opening moves. Also be ready to pause the video at critical moments so you can practice trying to figure out the best moves in certain positions. If you haven't already, please make sure you watch my main video on the Stonewall Attack so you have a good idea of the things that we will be discussing during the games. So let's jump right in. All right, here we go, guys, with our very first game in our 1200 level speed run against BV 2086. Good luck, and we love to see E6 on the first move. It'd be even better if they played D5. Okay, let's play bishop to D3. Are they going to do it? Wow, they're moving their knight twice in the opening. That is not a good thing to do. They're still not threatening E5. I really don't know what this move does. Let's go ahead and play C3. Yeah, please, 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 guys, don't play chess like this. Do not be moving a piece twice like that in the opening. Let's go ahead and play knight F3. Computer probably already is preferring E4 here just to punish these early knight moves. Yeah, I mean, what is this? Yeah, I just I don't get it. Knight D2. Okay. Knight E5 coming. So weird that some of these players up here in the 1,000, 1,100 level, they just I mean, okay, hold on. Pay attention to this guy right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys have 0 moves. This guy's leading the race with 4 moves in the opening. 4 moves in the opening. That's just crazy. Okay, so they are attacking this. They are threatening the fork here. So I think here maybe the best option might actually be to play knight to c4 because then the bishop defends both of these. So and on the next move, I want to jump the knight into e5. Okay, now we're hitting the pawn. Well, once again, they have moved this f-pawn. I'm almost tempted to ignore this. Problem is we can't get queen to h5 on the next move. Here, takes, check, here, takes, king here. Let's go this one more time. Knight here, takes, queen here, check, pawn takes, bishop takes. King here. Pawn takes. Yeah, I think I'll have a little fun. I'm gonna have a little fun in this game. Let's just show the power of this weakened diagonal. If they move here, might even consider taking with the knight, because then the king can't escape. Yeah. So let's go here. Now the king can't escape. So we're looking at checkmate here. Yeah, this is brutal because the only move that I see that stops checkmate, if you play that, then yeah, that's just wow. Um, Goodness gracious, guys, you cannot play F6 as black like this when you haven't castled. It's just amazing. We just keep seeing this over and over and over. Let's take a look at the review. Okay, 90%. Yeah, look at that. What is that? Look at this, guys. This okay. So black inherently is always going to be at a disadvantage, right? Because white gets to go first. So white is showing that we're +2. We're +2/10 of a pawn. You know, most engines start off giving white +0.2, +0.3, a third of a pawn advantage, simply because they get to go first. Okay, we make a move. They make a move. We make a move. And on the third move of the game, this is dead even. On the third of the move of the game, we are now +1, because they have moved a piece twice in the opening. You are just completely wasting time here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, without even looking at the engine, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the computer probably is going to tell us that C4 is the best move, because we're expanding, we're gaining space, we're hitting the knight again. But once again, I've said this before, because we're trying to stay in the spirit of the Stonewall, I simply played C3. I'll be shocked if C4 is not the best move by the engine. In fact, this is probably going to be one of our inaccuracies. Oh, I stand corrected. So computer says C3 actually is the best move. Okay. Yeah, again, the computer is favoring these early E4 pushes, so that was one of our inaccuracies. I'm trying to stay in the spirit of the Stonewall. Yeah. Yeah, move the knight back is the best move. Okay, yeah, castling. Knight D2 is the best move. Okay, the knight a fourth time. Yeah. We had to guard against both of these threats, and my idea was just to jump the other knight back into E5, and that's just a bad move. Yeah. I mean, this is already bad. This is already winning for white, +2.7. And look what happens when they move the F pawn. +4. It's crushing. Absolutely crushing. So this is so bad that the computer actually wanted to sacrifice this knight. And again, it's the same idea that I had. It's just that we're trying to get the queen to H5. So I knew I wanted to move this knight somewhere. The engine is okay with completely sacrificing the knight altogether. Yeah, this is still fine here, and that's just a huge blunder. You just can't do that. We get in with the queen, and it's game over. Take with a pawn, and the only move that I saw here was queen here to try to trade the queens. Otherwise, this is checkmate. If they did this, then we would take with the knight, and if they took here, then their rook is lost. But if they played this, you know, yeah, bishop. I was thinking either knight here or bishop G5. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because they have to block with the knight. And then I don't know, is it taken with a bishop better? Yeah, takes. We can even take this because the queen's hanging. So yeah, it's just game over. Just a mate in one move. but the way the game played out, our mate was actually a little bit quicker. And they just didn't see the fact that Queen F7's mate. So yeah. Um, I want to say good game, but I can't say good game when black plays pawn to F6. So we're gonna have to go with good game for a little while, and then it turned into a BG bad game. All right, on to the next one. All right, here we go. Against Victor Senatorov. Good luck. Okay, let's stop knight e4. We have our lovely French defense. But if you guys will notice, at least we're seeing more players who are playing c5 before they play knight to c6, because now they can put the bishop here, the queen here, and that will force us to likely play so play g3. This is a better version. It's still not good because their light square bishop is blocked in, but at least it's a better version as opposed to their pawn still being on c7. Are they going to castle long? Nope. Castling short. All right. Let's jump the knight in. How much restraint can they show? Not much. Everybody loves to get that knight out of e5. All right. So now we got some direct lines to the king. They don't have the dark squared bishop. So when they don't have the dark squared bishop, I'm much more excited about playing this move because when they play g6, we can slide the queen into h6 and they don't have the dark squared bishop to kick us out when the queen is also on this dark square diagonal. Ooh, now we have not seen a lot of this. I'm trying to think back. Very few times in this position have we seen h6 instead of g6. But as you guys saw, hopefully, if you watched my main video on the Stonewall, whenever they play h6, so they basically have three different ways to stop checkmate, right? This, and this. If they play knight here, then we just take. So if you guys remember, whenever they play h6, it's all about this sacrifice with the dark square bishop. So I'm going to play knight to f3, and the very next move, I want to sacrifice, takes, queen here. Oh, now they play their f pawn. Yeah. Still think we may want to sacrifice here. They also play knight to h4. That also looks tempting to get the knight into g6. But then playing the f pawn, it does mean that if we sacrifice takes, they are able to get their queen involved in the defense. So yeah, I think we'll play knight h4. And if they take, then we go here. They can't pin the knight because our rook is on that. If they take, might take here first. And they can't take with the king because of the fork. Oh, no, no, no. That doesn't look right at all. So knight here, they can play this, pinning the knight, but yeah, I think we just sacrifice there. So queen here, just sacrifice. That looks pretty strong. Or even maybe even g4 here. That also looks strong. I'm a little bit more hesitant to sacrifice on h6 when they have the ability to protect with their queen laterally. And now we can just take the exchange because the queen's protected. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, so how can we exchange pieces? We're up the exchange. Want to get my dark square bishop over here to trade some pieces. Maybe here to trade the light square bishop. Yeah, like that. I might need to play this, otherwise knight, bishop here will exchange something. Okay, well now we're definitely exchanging something. Okay, we'll exchange here. Okay, so let's slide. Let's put our king on a dark square because they had the light squared bishop. I want to go here and just double. We just want to double. Now I want to go bishop here to here. Yeah, let's give it check. Let's force the king somewhere it doesn't want to go. Let's attack the knight. Actually, the knight doesn't have anywhere to go. They have to play this move. Yeah. And let's protect c3 and yeah. And let's push. Let's push. Trade rooks. And this is an easy win. Our pawn's on dark squares. And I'm going to go rook here. Yep, pick this guy off. Okay, so let's bring our king in. Rook here, potentially. Yeah, let's bring our king all the way around. And then I'm just ready to sacrifice. Oh, okay. Interesting move there, but I don't think that works. I think we're in time. Yeah, now the bishop's lost. If you push here, this comes with check. And if you take, then we're in time. Yeah, that comes with check. And so now we promote. Promote. Yeah, let's go queen here. I've got some checks, but ultimately this is winning. Good game by Black. Very good game. Okay, let's go here. Everything's protected, so yep. This and this will be made. So once their checks run out, it'll be made. I'll probably go here. Just go here and they're out of checks. Yep. This is the last check, and then I go here. Or actually here. No, they don't have a check at all. Let's go. Let's go here. I can give a check. We'll go here and then just block. Yeah, they don't even have a check here. Here's most likely going to be our next move. Here, and then I can check. Are they trying to stalemate? I mean, what is this? Yeah. All right. GG. Good game, Victor. Very nice game. Let's see how we did. Okay, 88%. Pretty long game. Yeah, 52 moves. That's one of our longest games. So several inaccuracies, one mistake, but 88% still pretty good. Yeah, all of this is normal stuff so far. Yeah, and you can see this is already winning. I mean, the material's dead even. And when they take that knight and you're able to take back with the F pawn, we get connect four. We get to play the game connect four. And now their knight has to go back to a bad square. Yeah, that was best. That was best. Yeah, now here it did become a little bit tricky because I don't think we had the sacrifice because takes, and then queen here. And we don't necessarily want to exchange queens there. So I wanted to put the queen here. Yeah, definitely makes some sense. Um, Obviously you want to play queen here and then check, king here and then checkmate. But if we play the king here, they can just push the pawn. So I wasn't too excited about shutting down this diagonal. But nevertheless, we went here. Yeah, they shut it down anyway. That's the best move. Yeah, good move because now we can't take the rook because our queen hangs. But I think G4 was pretty crushing. Yeah, another good move by black. Yeah, then we can just take the exchange. Yeah. And then from here I guess we had several inaccuracies from it, but it's plus 3.5. So I mean, everything's winning from here. And at this point, we're up 3.5. We haven't made any bad moves. I got 20 seconds on the clock, so we're not going to worry too much when we're up plus 3. Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was okay. So that was one of our inaccuracies. We didn't need to take that. But again, I'm just in the mood to trade pieces. Pushing again, just trying to trade. This is completely winning. All right, one of our in-game principles is get the king to the center, so I'm not going to worry about that being an inaccuracy. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so there were 3 of our inaccuracies where we're just king moves, and I just simply wanted to bring the king around. And yes, they've got some pawns they can push, but at some point, yeah, we wanted to push here in the center. Okay, so 4 of our inaccuracies were 4 king moves in a row. So again, with only 20 seconds left on the clock. And here's very interesting because, if they can't take, and so if they push, then we take. And here, if they took the pawn, then we take with check, and then we're in time to stop this pawn. And if they pushed, then we push, we take with and discover check, and then we're just promoting on the next move. Yes, even though they got a queen, it's still +7. I mean, their checks are going to run out. So just bring the king to a nice central square and hide behind your pieces, and it's all good. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Good game, Victor. Well done. On to the next one. D4. Hamuk. Good luck. King's Indian setup, perhaps. What are you going to do with the D pawn? Okay, so it will be King's Indian defense. Now, if they ever play E5, we take, they take, we push. Let's go knight C3. Right. Let's go H3. Let's stop this knight from coming in here. Yeah. So we take, they take, and in this case, we can't actually push. We can't actually push here. Hit the queen. King goes here. We have bishop there. Okay, here we can actually push d5. Yeah. Gonna push the pawns right down their throat. This is hanging, so I may play b4 on the next move. Yeah, now I was thinking push d6, and if the queen goes here, we play knight g5, and the queen will have to go all the way back to e8. Man, anything better? We could just play b4. Yeah, I like pushing here. Let's force the queen all the way back to e8, and then maybe bishop here or b4. Yeah, I'm gonna play b4. If they play h6, I might go here, try to trade off the knights, blockade this pawn. Yeah. So they take, we take, blockade this pawn. So yeah, if they push here, then I was thinking check. That looks pretty unpleasant. Um, yeah, let's give a check. And then knight here, if they push, we play bishop here. Yeah, protect the knight. Otherwise, I want to jump in here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go ahead and hop in. Takes. If they push, we just slide the rook out of the way. Okay, so now I definitely want to get on diagonal. If they push here, then I want to push and push. Okay, so don't want to take that. So let's slide in here. We want to retake with our queen because we got so many pawns that are so far down the board. Yeah, now we're threatening to get the rook here. Okay. Oh, that's bad because now you just gave me two protected pass pawns. That's going to be decisive. Now I just need to get the rooks behind the pawns and push them home. Yeah, I don't know what black does here. They might try to get the queens off, but we just push. Just put all our pawns on light squares here, get the rooks behind the pawns, and that's going to be game over. Yep, so let's go ahead and get one rook on the d file so we can push. Yeah, so I think we can just ignore that. Yeah, other rook here. Yep, and this push. Take, take. What is that? We got that covered. All right, good game, Tamuk in the King's Indian defense structure. Let's see how we did. Okay, 85%. One and actually a couple of mistakes. Okay, yeah, let's move. That was good move. Yeah, I just don't want this knight coming into this square. Yeah, here taking and then okay, yeah, pushing there was best. I mean, normally when black in these structures, when black plays e5, we want to take, and push the d pawn. But of course, our d pawn's pinned in this case, so we push with the c pawn, and that's just bad. Yeah, now we're just pushing pawns down their throats. Put the knight back on g5, force this queen all the way back to e8. And look at this. Material is perfectly even, and it's completely lost for black. We just pushing pawns down their throats. And that's kind of one of the downsides to the King's Indian defense is if you're not careful with the pawn pushes that you make, if white is able to push their pawns past you, you're gonna not only is the King's Indian opening is cramped already, but if you allow these pawns to get to the fifth and the sixth ranks, then you're really going to be in big trouble. Okay, so that was one of our inaccuracies, but I just wanted to get this knight here, trade some pieces, and yeah, I had a feeling this was coming, but I knew that again, you move your F pawn, then you're open to that diagonal. Oh, the computer doesn't like that move. I was saying that was one of our mistakes. Okay. Yeah, but then we moved the knight back to that square, so we basically made the same move. That was an inaccuracy, but it's still completely winning. And then here, I just wanted to trade pieces. Ugh, big mistake. Look at that jump. That's a 3-point swing because you allow me to get two connected pass pawns. Yeah, just get those guys rolling. All right, good game, Tamuk. On to the next one. Let's play the Stonewall Attack. We have a Yushraj 188. Good luck. The French defense. Stop 94. C3. Ooh, I like the C5 push by black. I do not like the C4 push. Man, they're just all out attacking, huh? Just completely ignoring chess 101 stuff. And they resist. They're not sure. They just don't know. They cannot resist. They just can't do it. They just can't do it. Yeah, and now you've got to go back to one of these terrible squares. So now we come in here. Queen h5. No big deal, threatening checkmate. Going to see this move. And then they're going to be really weak on the dark squares, especially since they don't have the dark squared bishop. Yeah, tough. Yeah. That's the only thing they can do. Let's slide in here. And now they can't castle. And they don't have the dark squared bishop to harass my queen on h6. So now we want to play e4, get this bishop in here, and that's going to be very difficult. Yeah, they want to go knight here, but now the pawn is here. So if we take with a knight and then knight here, Let's think about this for just a second. Yeah, I'm actually wondering if knight here, sacrifice, hop this knight into d6, king here. That looks pretty bad. Yeah, let's go for that. Here, sacrifice. Otherwise, I'm jumping in here and that's mate. So I don't see, oh, yeah, they have to play that. And now sacrifice. And now knight here. That looks pretty miserable. Yeah. You got one move, which is here. And then bishop here. That looks to be game over. If you push the pawn, then queen here. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. What kind of move can we make here? We could take, knight here, take, knight here, sacrifice, rook here. We can play king h1, or checkmate. That's a knockout. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Let's check out that game review. 95%. Yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal. Yeah, again, this is almost always going to be one of our inaccuracies in a lot of these positions, but that is part of our Stonewall. So, okay, yeah, just computer keeps on wanting to push e4. E4 is coming, but I'd rather you guys think about hopping this knight into e5, especially at the lower levels. That's really where the emphasis needs to be. Because yeah, once they take, again, at these lower levels, they just can't leave it. They have to take it. And then you take back, and this is just lost. Look at this. The material's even, and it's completely crushing already, +3. Yeah. I mean, here that's move 10, by the way, guys. That's move 10. Move 10 and 11 is already crushing. Yeah, that's the best move hitting that. And this is the only move that I see. That's basically the only move. Yeah, slide into h6. Yeah, and we're almost always going to get in the e4 push, and finally the computer is happy with this. We finally get that push in, and you just can't take that. And then here I thought for a bit, and I just didn't see a way out after knight to d6, and so there we go. How many times, guys, have we gotten a brilliant move with a rook sacrifice, right? And then yeah, it's just king here. Check. All these are best moves. Check, and it's just a mate. It's just a mate. Just an absolutely brutal attack there. So yeah, good game. Let's continue. This is fun. Let's go. Decina from the Philippines. E6. Nope. Looks like we might get a Grunfeld type structure with the fianchetto bishop. Mm-hmm. Normally we play queen c2. This time I'm going to play h3 since they've played g6. That way the bishop can't back up. And now they're going to lose this or we'll be able to trade for this bishop because now we play h3 and they back up, we play knight g5, and there's no way to hold on to their light square bishop. So they're either going to exchange. Yeah. Going back to here doesn't really do much for black. So let's castle. Knight e5. Yep. All right. E4 looks like the move here. We want to open up the dark squared bishop, get our queen involved. Okay, interesting move there. Seems risky to me. Now you take and we have a protected pass pawn. Don't really understand that. So now we have queen f3 hitting f7, hitting d5. This looks pretty bad here. If you move the f pawn, if you play f5, then we won't take en passant because we have a protected pass pawn. Plus, if they move the f pawn, then taking d5 comes with check anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this. If they move this knight, say, to b6, yeah, I was going to say this looks like a good move. This also looks like a good move, and we have three attackers here. If we go here, they do have knight b6, which is not great. Could also play bishop to g5, and we would be threatening bishop e7, forcing this rook to move, and then we would be on f7. That looks good. Yeah, I like that. Let's get in here on these dark squares. Mm-hmm. And now we get to take here and take here, or they're going to lose the exchange. And they don't have rook here to threaten some discoveries by the knight. So this looks pretty bleak for black, I would say. Yeah, they're just going to give up the rook. Yeah. Now we have this move. That looks pretty bad too. Although I don't necessarily want to give up this pawn. Yeah, I think we'll just take here first. If knight b6, I'll drop the queen back so that we maintain bishop takes g6 because we have the pin here. Yeah, let's just drop it back. I don't see anything wrong with that. And king here, king here. Okay, so they do see that. So now queen takes is possible. You could just play rook f3 or rook f4 to add more. I don't want to put the rook on a dark square. Let's just double. Keep this pressure on both of these pawns. Okay, so now we have this. Yeah, they can take this pawn with check, but it's not a big deal. Put our king on a light square. We want to take this on the next move. Yeah, I actually think I'll just double here. I won't even take it yet. I want to make sure we're covered on the F file. There's no pressure on A1 on this diagonal. Yeah, so let's take with the rook. I want to trade rooks. I want to get my queen in here. Yeah. We're up the exchange. All right, so now I want to bring the bishop back, slide my queen in here, and go for checkmate. Mm-hmm. That doesn't work because the rook has the F file covered. We get to slide in here with a very nice checkmate. All right, good game, Decina. That was a good one. Let's see what the computer thinks of how we played that. Okay, 86%, not bad. One mistake, couple inaccuracies. Yeah, so here, anytime, guys, that in these lines, whenever, basically in any kind of opening, it could be the London system or any kind of D4 opening, when this bishop comes down and pins this knight on F3, and they play knight here, this is giving you the signal to try to trade off this light scored bishop. So when you see this Indian, Fianchetto, King's Indian, Grunfeld type structure, and they put a knight on D7 and your knight's pinned, H3 is always going to trade this bishop because now the bishop can't go anywhere. If it goes here, then it gets trapped. If it goes here, then we trade, mess up their pawn structure. And if they go here, then we play knight to G5. And this is probably the worst decision for black. I mean, if you allow us to take here and double your pawns, and now your king is a little bit more exposed. So just kind of keep that in mind. So that's why the computer's showing that H3 was the best move. They decide to go ahead and trade. We trade. Yeah, hop the knight in. That's almost always going to be an inaccuracy for black when they take our knight on E5. They have to back up. Yeah, there's that E4 push being the best move. The computer actually says that's okay, which I find extremely interesting because after taking here, we just have a very dangerous pass pawn. That was a good move to assure both of those. And that actually says that was our mistake. They wanted us to go bishop here first. Ah, interesting. Okay. Okay, so instead of playing, so we played there. Black should have taken here. Now that's interesting. Yeah, because our bishop is actually pinned. That's a very, very nice tactic that the computer finds because there's no good way for us to protect our bishop. I mean, if we go here to protect it, if we go here, then they can take, we take, they take, we take, and this is just terrible. That doesn't really work. If we take the queen first, then they take with the rook, and we can't take this knight because, I mean, we can, but our bishop hangs. And this is weak, and this is also, computer's showing this is equal, but yeah, I definitely don't like this variation for white. So very nice little tactic that the computer finds there. Okay, so after that, I think we played pretty good moves. Yeah, this rerouting to E7, forcing if the rook moves, then this is terrible. Yeah, that's actually a mate in 4. Yeah, king here, and then we have you can't get out of this, and this actually will be a mate similar to what we saw in the actual game. So black made a good decision there by not moving the rook. They give us the exchange. Okay, so I'm glad to see taking there actually was the best move because I wasn't sure if we should actually go ahead and play this already or play this. So taking first, drop the queen back was best. Yeah, rook here was good. I wanted to double. And then, of course, they didn't see this classic tactical idea. That was fine. Doubling was best. Taking with the rook was best. Taking with the queen was best. And then not really sure. That was one of our inaccuracies, but okay. So computer wants to go here with the idea of getting the queens off, but all I saw was at this point, all I saw was bring the bishop back and then, go for the checkmate. So very good game. Excellent. All right. Let's go to the next one. Let us begin. We have Bingo, I player from India. Okay, let's go bishop 3. Yes, sir. We love some French defense. Let's stop knight e4. Ooh, don't go there. Okay, good. Gotta stop e5. And we're gonna have a good position. Yeah, black shouldn't be playing lines against the stone wall with a pawn on c6. They're going to do this. We've seen this before. This maneuver, knight to g6. It has not worked out. 1, 2, 1. I told you guys, you're going to see these basic blunders all the way up to the 1400s, especially in the lower time controls. Okay, so we can play queen f3. That hits that. If they castle, I will consider taking this. And if they take this way, I will consider takes, just trade everything off the board and leave black with a bad pawn structure and being down a pawn. Let's see if we're going to get this line. I don't really like that either because now if we take, you're going to have to take this way. If you take this way, then you won't be able to castle. I don't like giving up the light square bishop though. Needs to be a very good reason for doing so. I'm not sure I want to give that up. We do have a tactic here though. Just my whole focus, my whole focus is on this side of the board, and rightfully so. But we actually have a tactic here. Takes, and that wins the rook. Yeah, if they block, then we take, and if they go here again, they don't have these tactics. I mean, we very rarely see any kind of operations over here on the queen side anyway. But I don't see a good move here for black. Either you can't castle or you're going to have to block, give up yet another pawn. Rook comes here. I'll probably just bring the bishop back and just trade. I mean, if you go here, I'm going to take the pawn anyway. So, I mean, you're gonna lose something, yeah. Now the rook goes here. I'll bring the bishop back and guarantee that we trade off the light squared bishops. And this is going to be a pretty straightforward victory for us. Yep, that. Now I like queen g4 with the idea of pushing. Also e4 push, opening up this if the knight moves. If they push here, we just take en passant. Do have some pressure on B2, so I'll have to be mindful of that. But we can always push B3. That leaves C3 weak, but then we just play bishop to D2. And that allows us to, I don't understand what that move does. You want to come here? Let's just push. Yeah, once this knight gets kicked away, we're going to push E4 and look to sacrifice if the pawn is on H6 or, yeah, I don't really know what black can do here. These pieces, it's just so funny. These two pieces they're just chilling, man. They're just hanging out, chilling on the beach, a hot summer day, cool breeze, drinking their hand. They're just watching. They're at the movie theaters, right? New blockbuster movie just came out, and they're just chilling. They're just observing. Yep. So now we play this, and we want to get this in. Force them to play G6. We bring the bishop back and get on these dark squares, and that's going to be lights out. They can't even push this because we take, and if they take, we take, and the pawn is pinned. They have a check here, but yeah, that's just got through saying that. And once again, as the words are coming out of my mouth, they will have a spot check here, but it's meaningless. We just go here, and they have actually they can't go here. Our queen's on that. Excuse me. Yeah, let's just go here. Threaten mate, attack the knight. Yeah, the knight. And we're gonna go here. Yeah. So, yeah, what's the best? What is the best? Actually, maybe bishop here. Then take, rook takes, pin the rook. That's lights out. That was good. Mm-hmm. Let's take. My goodness. Oh my gosh. What in the world is that? Let's just take a moment. Hold on, just wait. Yeah. Yeah, can't fault them too much. They only have a few seconds left. So what would we have done, guys, after king takes rook? You take the queen? The answer is no. They take the rook. We would go check. And then they got to go here or here. It doesn't really matter. Here, check, here, mate. All right, GG, good game, bingo player. Let's take a look at the game review. Okay, 87%. We had a miss. Yeah, man, they just can't. Look at that. Look at that. +3, just completely winning when you take that knight. Free pawn is it's over. Okay, go there. Okay, so that was one of our inaccuracy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm never playing B3 in this kind of position. Never, never, ever, ever. I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah. I don't. That's so funny. Like look at my time here. Like 2:15, and I made this move at 1:21. I'm literally only looking. You're so trained to only look at attacking on this side of the board, and we ignore everything over here. And look at these four pieces. They're just not. They're just chilling, man. They're just hanging out. But yeah, we do have to play our brilliant clapping sound. Yep. I have to admit, it did it did take me a bit to finally see that. Because all the time I was thinking I'd drop my bishop back, and then I noted, whoa, wait a minute. We have a nice little tactic there. Yeah, that's good. Trade. Yeah, doesn't like that. Again, it wants to play B3. Well, why? I mean, it's just there's no danger over here. Let's just go. Let's just go for checkmate. Yep, E4. It seems like every time we push E4 is the best move. Almost every single time. And as the words were coming out of my mouth, I was saying they can't play that because the G pawn is pinned. We just take. Yeah, I hallucinated for a second and thought they had a spot check here, but yeah, that was fine. Yeah, that was good. It's all winning here. Yeah, that's actually the best move, sacrificing to get that pin, and I don't know what that is. It's just a desperation move with a few seconds on the clock. So we can't fault them too much for that. We've all done it before. So good game, bingo player. Let's continue. Okay, the last game of our 1200 speed run. This is probably our highest rated player so far. We have somebody almost 1500, so good player. Good luck, Canoe, 1986. Right. Okay. So this is hanging. They are threatening E5, so let's go ahead and play C3, defend this. And let's play F4 to stop E5. Stop knight E4. Yep, 3. We're seeing a lot of this. So you'll notice that not very many players at these higher levels are letting us keep the pawns on G2 and H2. So starting to see some players that are understanding these positions a little bit better, which is good to see. This? Nah, I wouldn't think a 1500 would play this move.
You serious?
You guys should know what to do here by now. Boom, Greek gift. Okay, check. Let's have somebody walk out onto the plank. No fear. Walk right in. Ah. Now they do have this move. Okay, so they don't play that. Okay. So here we can take the pawn and then play F5. That's a possibility. Yeah, let's just take the pawn. I mean, we're threatening mate. We're threatening the queen. Yeah. Just take here, and we just have a crushing position. Not sure I want to take this pawn. I'm not sure I want to take that because we're not castled yet, so this is not pleasant. So I think just castling rook here, and then we can take the pawn. And we have this check as well, but yeah, let's just castle. They go here, take the pawn. They don't have a discovered check with the bishop. So now there's a gaping hole in C6, pawns are okay. So now I will pawn because on my next move I want to give a check and get out of any kind of go here. That would be nice. This is crazy as the words are coming out of my mouth. And they play on. Yeah. Well, now we have a check and push the pawn. Yeah, let's just push the pawn. Knight moves, we'll just trade queens. It's a great way to get the queens off. They don't have this. So, yeah. Ah, they do have that, though. Okay, so let's go here. Put my king on a light square because they have the dark squared bishop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they want to go rook here. Yes, I understand. Can we bait them again? Can we bait them again? Can we get them again? Let's try it. Let's see if we can get them again.
You serious?
Oh, chess is too fun. And it comes with check. Oh, this game is amazing. Yeah. They're not going to resign, man. They're just not going to do it. They are not going to do it. Knight here is going to win or trade more material. It's actually going to win material. We're hitting this. Yeah. They're not going to resign. They're not going to do it. Oh, they resigned. My goodness. It's not a checkmate, but oh man. That game was a knockout. All right, let's check out the game review. See how we did. 96%. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be a good one. That was brutal. Yeah. Well, these are best moves. Yeah, so yes, pretty even, but yeah, they should have played. That is the best move. Okay. So I was wondering if they should have just played this. We've seen this before in a previous game where we go either here or here, and then they just bring the bishop back to protect mate, but then we just take this central pawn, and so this is not so great in my opinion. It's pretty even, but yeah, this is just not a fun position to play as black. I mean, they could try to go here, but then we just go here. So yeah, pretty even, but I would much rather be white here. I mean, just so many attacking ideas. Okay, so anyway, they played this move. So we take, yeah, we're threatening lots and lots of stuff. So they take, we take, yeah. So that was, so their computer's saying that's a mistake. So what they should have done was queen here. Yeah, and I was prepared to play f5 on the next move just to protect that. And if this, then we just take. So I was fine with this position. But they decided to go that route, and this is just game over. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I just felt like I didn't want to deal with this check if we had taken the pawn first. You know, we could have played knight, we could have just moved the king, but yeah, it's the best move. And oh my goodness, boom. How many forks did they run into in this game? And they they did it basically right as I was saying. It's a good move. Yeah, good move to get out of that, to avoid trading queens, but and then we set a nice little trap here. I had a feeling they were gonna walk into that. Yeah, that's just a brutal, well, they resigned, finally resigned uh, before that move, but yeah. All right, we did it, guys. We have breached the 1300 level. So hope you guys enjoyed that. We will see you on the next one.